My name is OJ with Boss Detailing Pros, and we service the greater Sacramento area. And today I'm going to tell you how much money I made within my first 3 months of detailing.
All right, OJ, for people who don't know, man, what made you start detailing?
So I was detailing with one of my buddies, and the whole time I was thinking to myself and kind of just praying, like I wanted to figure out some type of business to start. Originally I was thinking about doing a food truck, like a food van, and setting up in parking lots. And the whole time I was bouncing these ideas off of him, and he was a detailer, and then he kind of threw the idea of like, why don't you start detailing? Why don't you get your own van? And sure enough, I ended up getting one.
What's one thing that caught you off guard when you started detailing?
One big thing was how long it takes. Like that was one thing I wasn't really expecting. Like when you look at a car, you're like, okay, oh yeah, I could probably get this done real quick. Carpet looks a little messy, but that's just a quick vacuum. Oh, I could clean out this cup holder. But once you actually start vacuuming the carpet, you realize like, okay, some of this stuff's really embedded in there. Or that stuff in the cup holder is not wanting to come out just with a wipe of a paper towel. So seeing how long it took kind of shocked me.
Got it. And 3 months, you already have a setup. Was this your first setup?
So I did have a sedan setup in my Kia K5. I had it all set up in my trunk, and then I ended up totaling that car. And I was like, you know what? Let's just get a van, and I threw a setup in a van.
All right, bro. First month, how did it go for you?
I think it went pretty good. I would have about a detail a day, maybe every other day, but I at least had 2 to 3 for sure every week. So I think that was going pretty good for me.
How were you getting these customers?
So I was just kind of in the Facebook groups, throwing it out to the neighborhoods, local neighborhoods. Even in some of like the business forums, I would throw it out there. I was on Instagram, Snapchat, and even just like these random apps where you could advertise. I was just throwing it out there and advertising.
You ever get kicked out or banned from a page?
Nah.
I
had a talk with the admin one time because I happened to detail her car, and she asked me like, I asked her how she found out about us, and I said, oh, you didn't see it in one of the Facebook pages? She's like, oh, so you're one of the detailers that are always posting in those pages, spamming the pages. I was like, well, I try not to spam, but I do post in there.
Yeah. All right, man, cool. So, talking about how much you made, the prices that first month, do you still have those prices or did you change them eventually?
So I kind of forget what my prices were the first month. I want to say it was maybe around $100 to like $80, and that was for like a full inside outside, no shampoo though, just an interior detail and an exterior. And I definitely did change those prices. They definitely went up due to overbooking, but and this heat, the 110-degree weather, it wasn't worth $80 for 2.5 hours worth of work. And I think in my first month, I made around $4,000.
Not bad, man. Let us go on to the second month. And what changes did you make that second month?
So the changes, I would say I did up the price, and through one of the apps that I use to market my services, say if they buy them through the app, that service, they would take a percentage of the money that I would make. So what I started doing was telling people to pay me after the service was completed in person, and I'll put their name and everything on the schedule instead of going through the app, and then I lose that 25–50% fee. So that helped me save money, and at the same time I increased my price. So those two things together definitely helped. And I want to say I made net I made close to a little closer to 5,000.
Nice, man. Now, something people don't know, you have a day job.
Yes, I do.
Now, you ain't got to say the company, but what do you do, man?
I'm a trainer for all the new hires, so when there's new people there, I teach them the ropes, and then we start working.
What time do you start working?
I start at 2 to 2:30 a.m. Every day, every weekday.
And what time do you stop?
We usually get done around 9 a.m., but since I am detailing, I try to leave early and get out of there closer to 8:30 so I could have time to prepare for the appointments.
All right, man. And how long have you been working that job?
I think I've been there, September will make a year,
So you've been there a cool minute.
Yeah, I've been there for a while, yep.
How do you juggle working detailing and school?
It's a lot. So for the most part, during the day, since it is an overnight job, it doesn't really interfere with detailing until I get off, and then maybe with the sleep schedule. So I do try to take naps where I can throughout the day. If it's in between appointments, if I get done early, I'll take a quick 15-minute nap. And then with school, I just either if I know I have free time that day, I'll knock out as many assignments as I can. The way I like to think about it is if the assignment's due on Thursday, it's really due on Wednesday. So I get it done Wednesday, so when the assignment's due, I know I already completed it. And so that way I'm staying ahead of schedule and the work gets done.
All right, man. Now we're in July.
Right.
Your busiest month so far.
Definitely.
How much did you make?
This month I made net mid to high 6,000s. Forget if it was around 6,000 to 7,000.
Now, how are you keeping track of all this income?
I use an app called NerdWallet. That app helps me keep track of like the cash in, cash out. It will categorize everything that I spend for all my expenses, and it's been helping me a lot.
All right, man. You're in July. Summer's pretty much over.
Right.
What's the game plan moving forward for you?
So I think the game plan right now is to really focus in on the interior details, the interior shampoos, try to market that, throw that out there more so it starts planting that seed in future customers or even customers that I've worked with in the past that only wanted exteriors done. Start planting that seed so that maybe during the winter they're like, you know what, these seeds do look real dirty. I mean, I could benefit from a shampoo. And I could get them once it starts raining and they don't really want to wash the outside.
All right, man. I asked you this question in the first video. Let me see if it's still the same answer. Detailing.
Right.
Is it a side hustle? Is it something you want to do long term, or are you still trying it out?
I think I'm past the trying it out stage, especially with this heat. I think it's something that's more long term. I could see, I've been thinking about getting the wrap for the van, getting the doors all done. So I've mainly been thinking about growing and what I could do in the future. So with those plans I have, I think it's more long-term still. So that's how much I made in my first 3 months of detailing. But let me know what else I could be doing better. Give me some advice down in the comments below to help me grow my business. And don't forget to like and subscribe and detail like a pro so they could ride like a boss.